Welcome back to Totem Pole Sports. Coach Hutch, Coach Lambo here. We had quite a few retirements today, and we're trying to determine if it was the right thing, if it was time for Blake Bortles to retire. Lambo, what do you think?
Yes, here's why. Blake Bortles is an average NFL quarterback. He's just average, and he's garbage. All right? He's garbage.
Hold on, I'm going to stop you right there. He's
Why?
number 2 all-time for the Jaguars. In
That
passing
don't
yards.
mean nothing.
Okay,
Look,
tell me why.
here's
Tell
why.
me why.
Here's why. These coaches and these scouts in the NFL stop picking players depending on what school they went to. As far as the quarterbacks, you need to pick on them. They can learn the system, become a leader, and be a consistent player. I'm going to tell you something. Blake Bortles was the 3rd overall draft pick in 2014. Guess from what college? UCF. That stands for the
Central
University
Florida.
of Central Florida. Oh, did you also know that he secretly announced his retirement on the podcast called Pardon My Take? Some of you heard of it, some of you haven't. But here's the point. Here's the key facts of why he was inconsistent. Okay? Here's why. This man had 2 bad head coaches. All right? One of them was Gus Bradley. You ever heard of Gus Bradley? Now he's the defensive coordinator for the Colts right now. All right? His head coaching record for the Jacksonville Jaguars was 14-48. That is just bad. Woo, that's bad. And then he had another head coach named Doug Marrone, who is now the O-line coach for the New Orleans Saints. His record was 23-43, but the only good thing is he has an AFC Championship appearance against my team, the New England Patriots, and they lost. Also, here's one thing. This man went through 4 OCs within 5 seasons. So if you go through that many offensive coordinators in 5 seasons, it's just not good. And here's a key thing. The former OC, who is now the head coach of the Denver Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett, who was the OC and the quarterbacks coach for Aaron Rodgers the past 2 seasons before he took the job. And then what else did he do? He was a backup for the Rams under Sean McVay. He played in Denver. He was a backup for the Saints. Yes, he should have retired. Ain't nobody gonna give him a starting job. He's garbage.
I agree. After all that, I definitely agree with you. However, I think in 2014, I got to give a shout out to my guy Tyrod Taylor, though, that's been in the league longer, still doing his thing. Gets a little injured every now and again, gets jabbed in the lungs with the needle. But he's still doing it, and he's really secured that as the best backup position. He was just playing for New York last weekend.
Yes.
So he's still doing his thing. He's older, he's wiser. I still think he's actually more talented than Blake Bortles.
Definitely.
But he's still hanging around, and so you're only talking 7-8 years in the league at quarterback, the probably safest position now that you could ever be in the league. He probably still had more in him. I think. Maybe he just wasn't a fan of losing 91 games, and not having a very good winning record. He did some big things. Like I said, he was second in the for the Jaguars franchise in terms of passing. Overall, not a bad quarterback, but after everything you just let me, I know, not a bad. He played in the league. Okay, there's no bad quarterbacks in the league.
Oh, okay. I could name about 15 bad.
I still don't say they made it there. They got chosen to be there.
Okay. Yeah, he's a bad quarterback.
He's a bad NFL quarterback.
Blake
I don't think he's a
Bortles,
bad
I don't hate you as a person.
quarterback.
I respect you as a human being, but you're a terrible quarterback. I'm
Oof,
sorry.
shots fired.
You are a terrible quarterback. I can play quarterback better than you if you want to go that route.
Well, if he comes back, I don't think it'll be a welcome reception anywhere he goes, especially with the quiet retirement, especially with the way that it kind of happened and where he's been bouncing around the league. Yes, I agree. It was his time. Should retire. Stay retired. Be an announcer. Do something.
Stay home with your wife and kids.
Yeah, stay home. Start a podcast. Totem Pole Sports. One more time with you guys, Coach Hutch, Coach Lambo. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back another time. Hopefully you might see Angry Redskin fan one more time.
Have a great night.